Good afternoon, everybody. It's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is lovely to have you here because I have been sitting here playing, having way too much fun until I realised I really ought to turn the camera on and play, you know, video what I'm playing with. So today is Sunday, happy Sunday, and yeah, it was scraps on Sunday. I got my scraps out ready to start playing. And I think I said to you I was going to try and come up with something to use the collage board with. I was going to make a collage board. Well, I started playing with these mason jar shapes, which is, this mason jar is from a kit. It's from a piece of ephemera from collaboration kit between Tanya at Tatty Treasure and Nanine at Collage Type, and the kit is vintage. Oh, I've got a little fly. Vintage. Oh, it's very quick moving. Oh, go away. Oh, architecture, I think. No, botanicals, because it had flowers in it. Yeah, vintage botanicals. There are lots of them, empty and with flowers in. But I haven't got a mason jar die cut, you know, piece to go in my die machine. I must find one because I'm loving playing with them. This is the biggest one in the kit. I might make one just slightly bigger because that, you know, just with a hole through that and something, you know, hanging on it. What a beautiful, beautiful tag. I've backed it onto some quite tough card because I've just used it to put onto a collage board and cut round. One that I made either last weekend or the weekend before. And then, of course, I've gone crazy with the blingy things because I can. I've even had my crayons out, having a bit of a colour in. The flowers, these are the flowers from the same kit, the vintage botanical kit. We're not stuck down there, are we? No. So yeah, so I decided by the time I've made a collage board and waited for it to dry and then come back and cut these out, I don't think I'd have time to fit it all into the film. So, you know, you don't need to watch me collage. I can collage off film, can't I? I know some of you like to. I will again, but, you know, I just want to make some of these with you. Now, these I've made from this one that is just book page and music, different types of book page. It's when I did the pink ones. I've still got a couple left. Look, this one, which I was going to make some page edge pieces out of, and this one. So I'm going to use this busy one as well, rather than make one with you. Cut some out of. I just wanted to try this one first so that I could, you know, go to town with the embellishing. So I've got what's it called? It's this Glitter Kiss, Sahara Gold Kiss. I don't know if you can see if it's catching the light or not, just ever so lightly behind it. I've got some bling across the jar opening, the flower inside, and I've just gone round it with a black pen. Oh, that's a metallic crayon on there. Yeah, and I've got metallic crayon on this one as well, the green and the blue water. The problem with crayoning on them, although I don't mind so much, is that each different colour paper, the crayon is a different colour. Do you know what I mean? So that is all one colour, that's all gold, but it's two, can you see it? It really is two distinct different colours on the two different papers. I don't suppose it matters, does it? I was thinking after I'd done it, I was thinking I used these because they're metallic and I wanted it to look like it had a metallic lid, but I could use my watercolour pencils and then go over them with the, you know, brush, the water brush, and that might make a more even colour. It would certainly make a nice, you know, sort of blue wash on there. So yeah, I'm definitely going to doing loads and loads and loads of playing with some of these. And then I thought, well, it doesn't necessarily have to, you know, have anything on it. That's the smallest bow I could tie, but you know, all your posh ribbons and yarns and things, lace tied around there also will be beautiful. This would be lovely with a flower fairy in it, so I'll definitely be doing some of those, you know, flower fairy in a jar. I also thought they would make nice booklets sort of thing. So if you had a nice thick one like that at the front and then lots of pages the same shape inside, maybe a thick one on the back, and either a brad or not staple, yeah, probably a brad, so that they could swing like that. They'd make lovely little notebooks. So yeah, loads of things you can do with them. So you've seen the ones I've done on that, so I'll leave that for now. I am going to cut that cut some more out of it. Yeah, so they're just really cheap colouring pencils, these. I've had them ages. I got them when I first started colouring, and I have, it doesn't look like it, look, but I have coloured with them quite a bit. I did 3 or 4 pages in a book, quite big pages. They're barely worn down at all, so yeah, they're quite good for that. So all I did to cut round it was to get the shape. Now, I'm being picky just because I want as many different, or I want more than one. You know, like if I put it there, it would just all be in that, which would be fine. But I might as well have just printed it out, you know, these on top of a page of that. Whereas if I get a couple, these are going to be more than a couple, aren't they? A couple of different backgrounds on it. It just gives it that more interest. Now, of course, if you could draw these freehand, if you're a, you know, not a bad drawer, you could draw a different shape, you know, jars, vases, that type of thing. You could die cut them if you've got a die cut with a mason jar. If you have, let me know where you've got it from. I haven't been on and looked yet, but I am going to. So yeah, if you've got one, let me know where you got it, because now these will make nice discs and tags and things like that. So I'm not wasting where I cut in. Yeah, because I would like to, you know, it would be wonderful, wouldn't it? I mean, I'd like a few, because I'd like to put the whole sheet in, and although I could put it in a few times. Yeah, die cut the whole sheet into mason jars. A bivvy of mason jars. Now I do cut just slightly under that line there. Just makes it a little bit bigger, and then, you know, I've got a line to follow if I want to make it dark or not. Might not make this one dark, or I might, guess what? I might go with the pink. You see, I did the black ones on the black ink, black soot. Can you see them there or not? On those ones, and I went round them with just a Stabilo, sort of a felt tip. But these, just thought might be nice, yes. There's some saltwater taffy. Thank you, Donna. Going around it. I think she said she just treated herself to this, but she's gone away on holiday, so yeah, I've probably played with it more than you have at the minute, have I? Never mind, you'll be back to it soon. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? So, you know, you don't have to draw the cap and the bottom on it. You could just put, well, I wanted some really, really thin. I need to dig out my really, really thin laces, don't I? I've got these flat back pearls in a, I mean, they don't bend, they're in a kind of a straight line, but I'd quite like some diamante ones. Let's put it on a background that we can, they're nice though, but yeah, I might like, you know me and my blingy bling. Don't want blue. Some white on there, what do we think? The pearls? No, I think the pearls are more classy, aren't they? Let's do classy. Oh, elbows. No, so you could spend as much time, you know, sticking lots of little tiny things on them. You could actually draw, if you're a, you know, a drawer, an artist or a painter, you could draw your own little houses. Mushrooms would be nice for the autumn in there. Mushrooms in a jar. You know, fairies again, you could draw some fairies in there. Christmas elves, oh, they'd make lovely Christmas jars with sweeties in. Yeah, love them. So what do we want in there? A flower. I wish I'd brought my flower fairy, fairies, you know, my flower fairies cutouts over, because I'll be sticking some in. What do we want to put in? I've got these flowers, but I think they're all big, but wasn't there, if I remember rightly, there was a little one from yesterday. Is that it? Yes. That one's quite nice, isn't it? Now, are you, because I can't decide if these are stickers or not. I've used one as a sticker, a washi, yeah, washi sticker, is that right? And one I stuck back down, and I don't know if they're, some are stickers and some are not. Or what, I'll have to work it out. Oh yeah, I think it's, yeah. So maybe that one I stuck down yesterday was actually a washi sticker. But they're well and truly on their back. Come on, that's it. Oh, Denise, got hold of it and let go of it. Yeah, they're well and truly stuck down, so which way up are you supposed to go? Does it matter? I think probably, well, that's the way you're going now. So that's nice because it's washi, you can still see a little bit of the background behind it. Yeah, now you could put some little, I won't because it took a lot to dry, but I could put some stickles, you know, around on it. I mean, where was the green one? You can't really see it, but across that black line there, I've got some green glitter going on. Maybe you can, I don't know. Just to make that black line a bit prettier. Oh, do you know, when you get a few together, aren't they nice? So pretty. Oh, okay, should we cut another one out? Should we cut a few out and then decorate them? That might be easier, rather than constantly. You just have to bear with me while I cut some out. Yeah, this is the only other thing. I am going to pick and choose very much where I put them, you know, where I cut them out. So I may, ooh, decisions. Yeah, just cut round it, Denise. I may waste a bit of the masterboard, but I can, of course, soon whip a masterboard or several up. Like I say, you don't always know what you're going to do with them once you've got a lot, so. Oops. Okay, so there's one. Where else shall we go? Oh. I don't want any of that sticky up malarkey when we've made you into a mason jar. Excuse me. Should we go there? Quite like that stripy bit there. Let's go down a bit, that's it. Sit still. Sit still while I draw around you. Yeah, it's definitely a good idea to make, if you're going to draw around, to make it that little bit thicker than whatever it is you're drawing round. It's giving me room to get my pencil right close up to it. Yes, I'm not being very frugal with the paper, but there are bits like that that, you know, I won't throw out. I will make tags or tabs or something with. That's two. Shall we just do one more out of here? I've got lots of that and that, so I don't really want to do that. Let's do here. See what it looks like with there. Yeah, it's just like when you turn a masterboard over and cut it up into journal cards and tags. You don't really know what you're getting because you can't see through the stencil piece. So until you cut it out, you've got a rough idea, but you don't know for certain. Okay, let's put these spare bits over here because I don't want them to get thrown away by accident. Take the majority of it with the big scissors, and then I'm much more accurate with the smaller ones. I think they're all little bits that can go. Okay. And it's not until you get the shape that you actually see. Oh, I didn't leave room to make that one bigger underneath, but never mind. Yeah, till you get to see what it actually looks like. Till you cut all the excess away. Getting a bit gung-ho, I think, with my drawing round now. Now I've done so many. As long as it just goes in at the bottleneck, it doesn't really matter, does it? I like that one, actually. It can, you know, it kind of looks like a top because that's where the text has stopped. Oh, I'm getting a bit of a tickly throat and I didn't bring any water with me. It's a very hot day again today. Well, you know, for us in the UK at this time of year, we've got 26 again, which is the second or the third day in a row, which is very nice. I've got another of my large bedding pieces, so it's a candle wick. I think everybody knows what candle wick is. I don't know. Candle wick bedspread. It's pure white. It's an old vintage one. It's lovely. I did get it at the car boot. I can't tell you how many years ago. 10, 15 years ago. I think I paid £4 for it. Even, you know, even with that being 10 years ago, it's still nothing for a beautiful candlewick bedspread. And oh, I do love it. So we kind of put it on because we don't have our what you call a comforter, I think, in the US, maybe in Canada, I don't know. We call them duvets. We don't have that on in the summer. You can get summer weight duvets, can't you? But we don't have them on. Right, what we're going to decorate them with. We've actually just got a duvet cover with no duvet in it on, but once it gets a little bit cooler, and I put one of my crochet blankets over it, I have it at the side of the bed, and we just pull it over if we wake in the night and we're a bit chilly. So this bag, where is it? I so very nearly threw this out when I was doing a square up. Again, it's just something that I got in lots of other stuff from the charity shop. Because, you know, I don't use sequins and things, but I've had a right little play dig in it today. So, you know, this sort of thing I would never use, not even on my Christmassy journals, but I still may not, I don't know. Not sure if that goes with anything. No, maybe if it was pink. Got a gold one. Oh, that might go on there. Yeah, that's quite nice on there, actually. Now, what happens when you cut it? I wonder. Cut it bigger than you want it, Denise. That one's come off. Oh, but there's a knot. Right, so only so many come off, and then they're knotted. So, oh, well, only one should come off wherever you cut it. Gosh, you didn't want to cut, did you? Kind of wants to go that way, so that's good. I'm stuck to this bag. Let me move it. Get rid of these strings. I'm going to have bling all over the floor, Neil. It's still just one too long, I think. Don't want it quite as bendy as it is. Yeah, just one more off if I can. It might take two, but I can live. Yeah, it did. Oh, it's taken 3. No, that's just not on, is it? That's no good now. I've got lots of gold sequins everywhere. Right, can you play the game with me? Maybe if I stick it down, that might be the intelligent thing to do. Let's stick it down and then cut it. I get there in the end. It takes me a little while. We're not really dipping properly there. That's better. Just a little bit. I suppose I should have probably done it with Fabri-Tac, but the cotton's underneath, so it will grab it in a moment or two. Yep, it's grabbing now, I think. How dare I cut that off now? Come on. I think there's about 4 or 5 strings going through. Come off. It doesn't want to. And you, on the end, you stay put. Yeah, I think it would come off if I let it. Back you go. Yes, I'm talking to my bits and pieces on the desk. Inanimate objects. I didn't even go round that one with the pink, did I? Half a job Jackson. It's a name I give myself regular. I think a lot of us ladies do that, don't I? I go into one room to start and I start doing something, and then something else catches my eye and I think, oh, I'll just, and then I'm off doing that. Forgotten completely about the first thing I was doing, and I can do that 3 or 4 times until I've got about 4 jobs on the go. Just little jobs, but I'm like, for goodness sake, just to finish one thing. Half a job Jackson. Why start another? So they're all very different out of this same board, these 3, I think, these pink ones. That was out of this board as well, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so they're all very much different, although those are. But the backgrounds are not, are they? yeah, I definitely think the paper, the text and the music paper, that's what I was trying to say, ones are nice, crayoned or painted or whatever, definitely. These, I don't think they need it. Okay, so we've done that one, we've half done that one. Let me try. I've got this look, which is what this came from. Now Tenny sent me it, I believe it's from, yeah, it'll come to me in a minute. Now I may not put all this on, I'm just wanting to see what it looks like if I put a lot of it on. Taperology, there we go. Oh, it looks like a scarf, another Christmassy Christmassy one. It's nice just with all the threads hanging down, is it? Do you think? Keep those. It is actually quite nice. Now if I, especially if it's a, you know, a page decoration, you could use it as a, are you coming out? I don't know if there's glue coming out and that's just eating it. Yeah, I think there was. Soaking it up. Eesh. That's it. Just hold it in place there. Maybe a dot under there. Might use some fabric tap. What was I saying? Yeah, you could just stick the whole thing down as a page decoration, and then, you know, it could be written on as a title or something like that. Or you could pop a hole in it and have it as a, you know, like a swinging tag. Or it could go in a pocket. It is very Christmas scarfy, that, isn't it? We're starting to think about Christmas here without even knowing it. I've even got a lot. This came from the bottom of a box that I've just emptied. Didn't have Christmas stuff in it. Christmas greetings. These are going to make nice Christmassy, aren't they? Oh my goodness. And now I know a lot of you are actually making Christmas things. You've started, haven't you now? So, yeah, maybe that'll give you an idea. Do you know what we want next, don't we? We want the mug. You know, the Christmas chocolate mug, cocoa mug. And we could do the same thing if we had a template of a big mug. I'm sure I must have one in my Christmas things. They're put away at the minute though, you'll be pleased to know. Most of you. Where's my pin? Pin. There we go. So are we calling that done, or do we want, I think we want something on it. What have we got here? Sitting here doing nothing. Labels, butterflies. No, I don't think it's a butterfly. Oh look, you could make advent calendars out of them. I've definitely got Christmas on my mind. I'm talking about advent calendars. I don't know why. Don't know what it was. Yep, like that. Well, it doesn't have to be an advent calendar. It could be an ordinary calendar, couldn't it? They'd be nice with sweetie papers over them, you know, like the coloured cellophane. That would be nice over them. Let me know if I've inspired you and you're off to make something. Just a little label on one. That one's a bit big. Yeah, just put a label on. Let's get a label out. What's that noise out there? I'm so nosy. No, not that one. Can you see? Oops. Oh gosh, definitely need a drink. Can you see what I'm up to? Oh, I was like, what have I done with it? Yeah. So the labels actually would be like, you know, jars of food and flowers and fruit do have labels on them, don't they? Oh, just those with labels on are going to be lovely, I think. Is that the one I want in the end? Is that the same as that one? No. Yeah, that one I think. Oh, I've found my new favourite thing to make. I think I could be driving you mad with these in the journals. I think probably what I need to do, because they're such fun to embellish, but you know they're very. Should have maybe inked that. You know, like they wouldn't go in. That one wouldn't go in any journal necessarily, would it? You know, and they won't go in the same journal. I might have to just make a lot you know, cut through a lot of my boards, master boards, cut lots of the templates out and just, you know, have a stack of them ready to go whenever I'm looking for. Oh, okay, so I did those quick. What was the another one I was going to cut out of? Yeah, this pink one. And as you know, I have got lots and lots of, well, not lots and lots, but I've got a small pile of masterboards that want cutting up. I've also got some small pieces of card that I might do this with as well, you know, pretty card. Yeah, the biggest decision is deciding where to cut. I liked that with just the different coloured top. Yeah, you couldn't get more, Denise, in the middle of the page. That's me. Never mind. You can tell I'm not bothered, can't you? No, if I only had one page of this, I'd be, you know, I'd be precious about it. But, you know, like if it was a scrapbook paper and I didn't have any more. Oh, they'd be nice out of Tim Holtz paper, wouldn't they? And they'd be nice with Halloween coming up. You know, you can make some Halloweeny ones with spiders and frog legs and witches' hats in them. Oh, so many ideas. I can cut lower than that one because I've left a bit on it. I think these might be my go-to Christmas tag for my actual Christmas presents, you know, for family. I think I might, because I've got some gorgeous Christmas papers that I've had a long time, scrapbooking papers, thicker ones. I might just have a day cutting a stack of these out and yeah, punching a hole with the crocodile and threading some pretty strings through. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Let's do one more because one's no good to decorate, is it? Shall I try and stay over here a bit? Yes, try and be a bit more frugal. You probably can't even see where I am. There we go. Oops, so much going on. I've got that piece of card out, that folder, that buff coloured folder. Yellowy buff, isn't it? Because that's what I was going to collage onto until the brainwave hit me to use a already made up masterboard. So, Neil is downstairs with the cat. No change there. Been out and done what we need to do today. So it's a rest day. What I don't need to do is lose that. I know I can always print it out because I've got it on some lovely thick cards, so I need to put it somewhere safe. Haha. Have you all got places where you keep things safe and you never see them again? I do it all the time with all sorts of things. Okay, yeah, I like those. And of course, although the idea is the same, nobody's going to create two the same, are they? You know, you're not going to create the same as somebody else, because if you're doing it with your masterboard, obviously if you're doing it with scrapbooking paper, you just might. But yeah, if you make a masterboard and, you know, or collage, a collage board, you're going to get a different piece every single time, and definitely different to other people. I'll put the lid on that because I don't want it to dry out. And of course you could do sets of colours, because I've got all pink, haven't I, from that, all pinks and greens here. But you could use, just thinking of a ticket, I wonder what a ticket would look like on it. Oops, you know, you could do like a blue set or a rainbow coloured set. You could just use your little clusters on them, couldn't you, maybe? What do we think too? Well, it could be like a receipt jar with all the receipts in it. I've got another label. Got a little birdie. They need to be a little bit smaller though. Don't know that we could have both of those in. Do you fit in? Just about. That one. Don't think I'm going to get one of these in as well, but we'll give it a go. You never know. In fact, so let's cut it a bit smaller. That might help. Got glue stuck on my nail. That's not helping. Yes, and we got me up at 3 this morning is because it's hot and it's sunny and it's bright. He's definitely, he likes to go to bed at night now, but he doesn't like to stay in bed late in the morning. It's like up. Occasionally we get a lay-in, but not very often. Yeah, I'm going to put those down. I'm not sure. I might want some string around it. I don't want to move it about really. Oh, to make it look like they're tied up. You know what I mean? Across the top of the jar. Oh, don't you move till I've got you stuck a little bit. That's it. Sorry, I know you couldn't see much then for my hands, but I wanted everything to stay where it was so it wasn't hanging over the... It's not very realistic hanging over the jar, is it? I mean, you could, but I want it to look like they're inside it. They stuck down everywhere. No, definitely not. Oops. Just see if I can find my string then. Oops. Oh, Sarah silk round it would be nice as well, wouldn't it? I've got mine set on string, so I can't find any. I've got ribbons, I've got embroidery floss, seam binding, all go nice round it, lace. Come on, who's got the everything you can imagine but string? I know I've got 2 lots of string. How very annoying. What have we got in here? Wonder if I've got any in my little... Oh, where's my little box gone? I wonder if I've not got my shelf and not picked it up. It's normally on the edge of my shelf and it's not there. My little gingerbread box. Well, nope, it's definitely gone. What have we got in here? Look, we've got some of this green glitzy would be nice around that one maybe. That's not the one you're looking for though, Denise. Definitely no string. That's the nearest thing I've got to string. Let's try it and see. Again, it's glitzy. Here, this is the trouble I have with my little bows, I suppose that's what I was going to say. Big fingers and little bows. So I have to make a big bow and then try and make it smaller if I can. So, can we make you smaller now? And still keep you tight. Oops, what am I pulling? That's it. And you, don't pull it undone. Oh, nearly did. Tight. Not too bad. Could be smaller, but yeah, it'd be nice with string, you know, proper parcel string. And just put a piece of sticky behind it so that it stays put. And they're all backed, if you remember. I should have inked the back. They're all backed with my coffee dyed paper, so you know, if you want them for journaling on for tags, they're fine. Okay, oh, I've only got one left, have I? And I just thought, no, it's gone out of my head. What was I thinking I might want on it? Where's my pin? I could have butterflies in jars, but I'm not going to. You could have insects if you're into that kind of thing. Not my kind of thing at all. What was I going to put on it? I don't know, it's gone. We don't really want a bird, do we? Although I suppose it could be on the outside rather than the inside. I mean, I do love my birds. He's a cutie. Little cutie. So's he or she. The tails are just ever so slightly. Just too big, which is a shame. You can see your tail is. Can you see it, what I'm looking in? I've just got a new bird book out downstairs next to my chair. Don't know when I'll get to it. I'm ready to start cutting. Yes, too big. Do you know what would be nice? An owl. Don't seem to have any owls in here, do I? An owl in there would be lovely. I have to have a look through the kits. I know I've got owls in the kits, and I think there's probably some in the new books. Oh, what are you? You're a little partridge. Yeah, let's put the partridge in. I think he's or she, because it's female, isn't it? The male ones are all prettied up. I think, what was I going to say? It's gone. It's gone. No, it's completely gone. Oh, I've got glitter glue on me now off that. I was looking for this. Look. Glitter fairy. So I just used this brush. It's gone a bit stiff now actually, and the reason I've got glitter glue on me is because I've been doing it on a... That's it. So take most of it off and then just spreading a bit of it. Oh, like a snow globe. Oh, shaker, you know, snow globe shaker. We want one of those now as well. I can see I'm going to have to invest in some dyes. Now, I don't like his white. There's a white gap in there. I don't mind a bit of white round him. But there's quite a lot there between his feet. I don't cut it off when I first cut them out because the feet get all bent and or they tend to lose them, or that's better. I'll stick him down there. Just put a little label on. Just too much fun for a Sunday afternoon. I need to calm myself down and go have a cup of tea. A little label. What sort of a little label would you like? That one's nice. Too much pink. I do like pink and book page. So we've got a little tiny, same one in like a green. So these are Tina's at Shabby Dabby Doodah. I think they're too big. I want a really tiny little label. Tiny sweet little label. Come to me. Ah, what about this one? This is one of Tanya's at Tatty Treasure. I think it's one of the freebie ones that's on a Buy Me a Coffee, or it was on a Buy Me a Coffee. She leaves them on for quite a while, but it could now be on her in her Etsy shop, or it might be from a kit because there were some green ones, some freebie green ones that she gave us away, and some green ones in the, was it the Woodlands? I don't know if you're still too big. I did have some small ones of them. I see a little cream one there. Yeah, so they came in green and cream, some in the kit and some on a Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah, I think that's, I like it in the middle as well. That's the size. If only I could find you in that dark green. They'll all be somewhere. Can I ask you to just bear with me while I have a look in my box? Because that's really what I want. My box of, yeah, full of. Of course, the other possibility is that it's in the box with the kit that it came with, so I won't stop and go looking through that. I remember when I barely had any labels, I used to love labels. Now these are from the freebie one, which I think they're from. And there were some tiny ones, and I printed them out tiny as well. Oh, look at those. They would be nice round there. I'll show you in a minute. Oh, I'm quite disappointed now that I can't find it. It must be in the box with the kit, so I'm not going to stop and do that. So what I could do, let's cut this down and see how effective it is or not, how straight I can get it. Yeah, not very. It will also make a difference. I don't think I like what I'm doing. Let's see. Ah dear. It's not so bad actually. Not as bad as I thought. Yeah, it's okay. Let's get the daub around the edge. And when I've daubed it, I'll either like it or not, because it'll show up the shape of the corners that I've cut. Hair's tickling my nose. Come out of me scrunchy. No. Let's go with this one then. Let's. Oh, just flung me. Flung maybe a blending brush. Is that what it is? Whatever that is. Dauber. That's it, dauber. Yeah, I quite like it in the middle, that one. It'd be nice with something written on it, but I guess whoever has a journal should really have that privilege. Yeah, these would make a lovely advent kit with numbers on. Little tiny ones, because have I got them here or not? No, don't know what I've done with them. No. But this is the biggest one, so they do go down quite small. Yeah, these are what I found in there. That said, oh, these would be good. And again, these were Happy Mail. I think they're die cuts. Wouldn't they be nice just hanging on that? I mean, I've put it in now, but yeah, just hanging on the string around there, they would be lovely. So I'll leave those out with this idea. And yeah, I'll probably have loads of them cut out by next weekend. Okay, that's as many as I'm going to do now. Really, I'm desperate for a cup of tea, and I've sat long enough. Now some of them could have more, some of them could have less, but yeah, I've really enjoyed making them. And because the masterboard was already made, you know, it's been a real quick and easy make. And I love nothing more than to, you know, get my bling out and my glitter and all my little bits and pieces. You know, they're all completely different. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So I hope I've inspired you to, I don't know, go off and do something or enjoy it. Yeah, he would fit in there. Look, but that's me. Stop playing. Yeah, let me know if you have a go or if you've done them and this wasn't my idea and you've seen them before and you've got a drawer full of them. Might be the case. But whatever. Have a lovely Sunday and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.